Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And this today is Technique Tuesday, and we are continuing our squares in the 63 Easy to Crochet pattern stitches by Darla Sims, a leaflet from 1989, I believe. 1987. So today we are going to be doing our 7th square, and it's called the alternate puff stitch. We are going to do the alternate puff stitch. So we are going to I want to get you a little bit closer to hang on, it's not too close. Alright, we are going to make a slip knot, and we're going to chain 26. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 26. So we are going to single crochet into the second chain from the hook, and in each chain across. And I always use the back bumps of the chain when I do this. And so I have a nice finished edge to put a border on. By the end of this chain, you should have 25 stitches. So you may want to make sure that you count all of your stitches and make sure that you have 25 stitches. Okay? Alright, so now row 2 is, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to single crochet in the first 4 single crochets. So chain 1 and turn, and starting with the very first single crochet, we're going to single crochet in the first 4. One more. There's 4 stitches. Okay. Alright, so we're going to make a puff stitch in this So what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over, go in that stitch and come up. You have 3 loops, right? Yarn over, go into the same stitch and come back up. Yarn over and go through one more time. And then you're going to yarn over and you're going to go through all of them. Chain 1. Usually when you make a puff stitch, you do chain 1. Alright, so we're going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to yarn over, go into the next one, yarn over, go into it again, and yarn over and go into it one more time. And then we're going to yarn over and go through all of them. And then we're going to single crochet in the next 3. And we're going to make a puff stitch again. Yarn over. Okay, go make a single crochet in the next 3. And then we're going to put a puff stitch in the next one. Well, it looks like we got knotted up here. Isn't it the way you get on the camera, you think your stitches, you end up with a knot. Alright, so we're going to go into the next 3 single crochets and make a single crochet in those, put 1 single crochet in each one of those 3. And then we're going to puff stitch in the next one. And then we're going to single crochet in the last 4. So the puff stitches is always on the other side. See how that looks? That's pretty cool looking. Alright, so we're going to chain 1 and turn. And what we're going to do is we're just going to single crochet in each stitch across on the 3rd row. So we're going to single crochet. And so, because it's hard to go into the puff stitch, I'm going into the chain 1 right here. Don't do both, because we do not want to add stitches. You should always have 25 stitches. So, whichever is easier for you, you could either go the puff stitch or this chain 1 right here. Actually, that is the puff stitch. So I'm skipping over, I think I'm skipping over this stitch and I'm going into this one when you get to those puff stitches. So be careful with that. And you should have 25 single crochets across there. So make sure you count them to make sure that you have 25. And this is what the square looks like so far. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Alright, chain 1 and turn. So remember, when you're doing puff stitches, you're always doing them on the wrong side because they puff out on the right side. Alright, so we're going to single crochet in the first 2, work a puff in the next one. Okay, so we're going to single crochet in the next 2. And then we're going to work a puff in this one, which is just going in there 3 times. And now you're going to single crochet in the next 3. And you're going to make a puff. Let me make sure I did that right. We're going to puff stitch after every 3. Okay. So we're going to puff stitch after every 3. Did I do 3? Yeah. I'm going to puff stitch in there. And now we're going to single crochet in the next 3. And then we're going to puff in the next one. And single crochet in the next 3. We need some more yarn. Alright, so we're going to puff in the next one. And then we're single crochet in the next 3. And then puff in the next one. And we're going to single crochet in the next 3. And then we're going to puff in the next one. And in this row you should have 2 more single crochets at the end. Just like we started, we should end the same way. And that makes an alternate puff stitch. You see how the puffs are in between the other puffs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had, on the first row, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 puffs, and in this row you should have 6 puffs. So they're right in between each of the puffs. Alright, so we're going to chain 1 and turn, and then I believe we're single crocheting across again. Yes. So we're going to single crochet across. And you should still have 25 single crochets across there. All right. So you will repeat row 2 through 5 until the square is big enough to be a square. So whatever your square measures this way, it should measure this way. So so you're just going to repeat 2 through 5. Let's do I will do it with you. So the second row was we single crochet in the next 4. And we are going to puff in the 5th one. Okay, then you're going to single crochet in the next 3, and we're going to puff in the 4th one. So we're going to single crochet in the next 3 again, and we're going to puff. It's just that the ends, you're always going to be doing 3. The ends are different. So we're going to single crochet in the next 3 again. And then we're going to puff. And then we're going to single crochet in the next 3. And we're going to put a puff in row 2, because we're repeating row 2. You should have 4 single crochets left at the end. So the ends will always be the same. So we have 4, and there's this one that always hides down here. So don't forget it. So there is 4. Alright, now we're going to chain 1, and we're just going to single crochet across. So when you're on when you're facing, when the right side is facing you, when the puffs are facing you, you're just going to single crochet across. And again, kind of skip over those chain 1s. Don't put anything in those chain 1s. Because if you do, you're going to be adding stitches to your square, and we don't want to do that. Alright, so here is row number 4, and in row number 4 we're going to do the puffs again, So we're going to actually single crochet in the first 2 this time and do a puff in the third one. Okay, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 3. I'm going to do a puff. And single crochet in the next 3. And do a puff in the next one. And now we're going to single crochet in the next 3. Get some more yarn. Alright. And we're going to puff. And we're going to single crochet in the next 3. And then we're going to do a puff in the next one. And single crochet in the next 3. And we're going to do a puff. And then you should end up in this row with 2 single crochets at the end. And we're going to chain 1. And in the 5th one, we're just going to single crochet across. We'll get the puffs facing us, so we're just going to single crochet in those stitches. And make sure you skip those chain 1s. Don't put anything in those chain 1s. This is the chain 1, this is the puff stitch. We're skipping the chain 1. I'm just going into the puff stitch and putting a single crochet in it. Alright. And by the end of this row, this is the row 5 that we're repeating. You should have 25 stitches, and this is what the square looks like. It looks pretty cool. We've got our little puff stitches in there, and it looks nice. Alright, so I'm going to let you finish this square off by yourself. I'll let you go. And remember, whatever it measures this way, it should measure this way. So you want to get it to that, and that's how you finish your square to make it a perfect square. So, I will see you when we come back to do the border. Bye-bye now.